as the home of trap music, Tyler Perry Studios, and many professional sports teams. This city is the entertainment center of the South. You can dive deep into the diverse and thrilling culture scene by eating at world-class restaurants, engaging in the festive nightlife scene, or exploring this state capital's role in many historic events. Pack your bags and grab a Coca-Cola and cue up some Outkast, because we're traveling to the home of the Braves, Atlanta, Georgia. Jacob here. Welcome to Destinations Explained, a fun series I do that dives into destinations from around the world. If you watched before, welcome back. And if you're new here, it's good to have you. If you haven't already, like this video, watch till the end, and down below, comment any places I may have missed. Back in the 1800s, the indigenous Creek people were the closest Native American settlement to what is now Atlanta. The Creek were forced to leave the area in 1821, and European American settlers arrived the following year. Soon after, the area became a major convergence point among several railroads, specifically the Western and Atlantic Railroad, in which Atlanta was named after. After being captured and burned to the ground at the hands of the Union Army during the Civil War, Atlanta bounced back and became the face of the New South. From there, Atlanta's population and infrastructure grew. Following World War II, African American veterans returned seeking equal rights, ultimately leading to the Civil Rights Movement, in which Atlanta was a major organizing center. By 1970, there was a significant demographic shift, and African Americans became the majority of the city's population. Following the election of Atlanta's first black mayor in 1973, the city's role as a transportation center was reignited and became a fast-paced, modern city which opened its doors to the 1996 Summer Olympics. Today, Atlanta remains true to its reputation as a major center of transportation, with its airport being one of the busiest since 1998. It also has the 10th largest economy in the United States and is 20th worldwide due to its involvement in diverse industries from healthcare to film and television. Atlanta's population sits at just around 500,000 people, with a metropolitan population of over 6 million, making it the 9th largest metro area in the US. The summers are expectedly humid, with a high average of 88 degrees Fahrenheit to a low average of 71 degrees Fahrenheit, with winter's high average of 56 degrees Fahrenheit to a low of 38 degrees Fahrenheit. No matter what time of year you find yourself in Atlanta, this list will have you covered. Let's start in the heart of Atlanta for the first tourist stop. What started as a gentleman's driving club and host of some Atlanta's first football and baseball games, we have Piedmont Park. Now home to a 200-plus acre green space that hosts over 6 million visitors each year, this park offers miles of paved paths, a soccer field, picnic tables, 2 playgrounds, a pool and splash pad, and so much more. Get a nice workout and rent bikes or skates from Skate Escape across from the park at the 12th Street entrance, or catch live music in any number of events the park hosts on the weekends. The park is also home to the Green Market, a farmer's market that runs every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. March through December. And everyone's favorite, just adjacent to the park, is the Atlanta Botanical Garden, which includes 30 acres of outdoor gardens, an award-winning children's garden, a unique canopy walk, and the picturesque Skyline Garden, open from Tuesdays to Sundays, starting at 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Next, we head to one of the largest buildings by volume in the Southeast that's home to a multitude of retail shops and restaurants, including a food hall, our favorite, amenity-rich residences, creative office spaces, and even an amusement park on the roof, Ponce City Market. Located in a former Sears facility building, this space offers food from James Beard award-winning chefs, cooking classes, movie screenings, popular retailers, and some of the most incredible Atlanta skyline views from the roof. You can walk, valet your bike for free, take the bus, or pay for parking. Just make sure to check out their hours because it varies by day. Now, this wouldn't be a video about things to do in Atlanta without suggesting you visit the history of the world's most iconic brand and leader in cavities, the world of Coca-Cola. Originally opened in 1990, the World of Coca-Cola relocated in 2007 to Baker Street, where it currently stands today. Located within the same building as the Georgia Aquarium, the museum features exhibits offering visitors to taste flavors from different countries, put their scent sense to the test when guessing flavor profiles, visit the vault containing the secret formula, and even get a behind-the-scenes view of the bottling process. The museum's actually pretty cool, and it's open every day starting at 10 a.m. and even stays open later than usual on the weekend. From a popular fizzy soda to colorful street art, this next destination links to Cabbagetown, Reynoldstown, and Inman neighborhoods with an ever-changing canvas by local artists. Krog Street Tunnel. From murals and commentary to festival flyers and even marriage proposals, the art within the tunnel is constantly changing. Park nearby and walk through the 400-foot-long tunnel, or visit it as part of an 8-mile, 2.5-hour bike tour of the city at just $65 per person with bicycle tours of Atlanta. Just check out their website for more details. Now, let's head to the nature and recreational section of the video. You could start your outdoorsy day by grabbing some sweet potato pancakes from the soon-to-be-mentioned folk art restaurant, starting with one of the largest, most wide-ranging urban redevelopment programs in the United States, the Atlanta Beltline. This 22-mile former railroad corridor is now a network of multi-use trails that connects a myriad of the city's neighborhoods and parks. Whether you take the Beltline by foot with your dog or with a rented bike, just make sure you check out the art on the Atlanta Beltline. Spanning roughly 12 miles of the 22-mile corridor, this linear gallery represents artists in a variety of mediums. Make sure to check out the Beltline's website for any upcoming events, like the beloved Beltline Lantern Parade. Just 7 miles northeast of the city sits the scenic walking and running trail loops, nestled right in the middle of Emory's campus. Lull Water Preserve. Hike the Lull Water Loop to explore the acres of greenscape, a suspension bridge, and beautiful waterfalls. At just 3.3 miles and almost 200 feet in elevation gain, this loop makes itself an easy outdoor activity. This estate is also home to an English Tudor mansion where the university president lives. Parking can be tough, so I recommend you park either at the Han Woods or the VA Medical Center entrance. Plan your trip accordingly, because this trail is actually currently closed due to some current sewer construction. But it's actually set to reopen this September in 2022, which is perfect for that incoming fall weather. Just 15 miles northwest of the city lies a 48-mile stretch of river with recreational opportunities as well as access to historic sites established in 1978 by President Jimmy Carter, the Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area. You can raft through the rocky shoals or fish in one of Georgia's most premier trout streams. Whether you're there to float the river during the summer or for a nice family picnic, I'd recommend hiking the East Palisades Trail, another 3.3-mile loop, but with almost 500 feet in elevation gain. But it comes with a rewarding overlook deck to take in the views of the river. As this isn't a national park, you will have to pay a small fee just to go there. 30 minutes north of downtown, you can take in this famous waterfall that was created as a dam to help power the Roswell Mill, Vickery Creek Falls. The Vickery Creek Trail, which is only, oh my god, is this 3.3 miles? This is the third trail that is 3.3 miles. 3. I'm a little spooked out, but it's fine, let's continue. Continuing on your tour of 3.3-mile loop hiking trails, take the Vickery Creek Trail, reaching just over 300 feet in elevation gain. Along the trail, you'll find a covered bridge, Civil War era mill ruins, and a spillway waterfall. This shady and scenic hike makes for a photo-worthy hike without trekking too far from the city. This last nature destination is the furthest, with an hour-and-a-half drive from the city. You can visit the state's highest waterfall at the Amicalola Falls State Park. The park offers hiking trails, a variety of lodging, a restaurant, zip lining, and archery. The East Ridge Loop, which is not a 3.3-mile loop, okay, this one's different, it's a different distance, is only a 2-mile loop, but has an elevation gain of precisely 784 feet to the top of the waterfall and back down. But it's totally worth it. The park charges a parking fee, but you could always purchase an annual pass that's actually valid at all Georgia state parks. After all that hiking, it's time to eat. This first restaurant brings us to a lively and comfortable atmosphere that encourages guests to share plates of their free-spirited cuisine, Redbird. Whether you take in the views at the spacious bar, enjoy outdoor dining on the courtyard terrace, or get a front row dining experience at the 8-seat kitchen counter, you won't be disappointed with a meat or seafood main or a seasonal side. Visiting on a weekend? Just make sure to take advantage of their biscuit sandwich pop-up, Birdie Biscuits, at their to-go window on the patio outside. Southern food? In the South? Groundbreaking. But seriously, if you're going to have Southern food in Atlanta, this is where you need to go. Mary Mac's Tea Room. Mary Mac's Tea Room Opened in 1945, at a time when women couldn't just open up a restaurant, it's now one of the city's 5 largest restaurants. With over 20 sides, their iconic tomato pie, and award-winning fried chicken, you can see why they've brought in many famous visitors such as the Dalai Lama and Beyonce. Next up, an all-day diner spot. Open at 9 every day and closing before dinner time. This southern food with a twist brunch spot is located within Inman Park with a second location in Decatur. Folk Art Restaurant. Choose from classics like Eggs Benedict to steak and eggs to unique southern dishes like deep fried cheddar jalapeno grit fritters and pork shoulder topped with collard green slaw. Grab an apple bitters mimosa and enjoy brunch any day of the week. When thinking of the hottest barbecue cities in the South, Atlanta probably isn't top of mind. However, the barbecue scene is still a big deal here. This spot was opened by twin brothers who came to Atlanta from Texas, Fox Bros Barbecue. There's many versions of their barbecue around the city. With their main location in DeKalb, they also have their kiosk they converted from a shipping container, their stall at the Foodworks Food Hall, and are part of the Terrapin Tap Room at the Battery. Come for their signature style smoked brisket, pulled pork, and wings, and stay for their original dishes such as their chicken fried ribs, a pimento cheese sandwich, or their chili mac and cheese. And this is why I eat before I film this stuff, because that would have made me hungry. And being hungry would have made me upset. Let's head to everyone's favorite artsy neighborhood in East Atlanta, Cabbagetown. There's a lot to explore in this neighborhood before or after you grab one of the best burgers in town at Little's Food Store. You may be thinking, this is just a grocery store. How can they have the best burgers? And to that I say, go and try for yourself. Stop in, grab one of their famous burgers served on a potato bun, maybe a 6-pack of local beer, and explore other quirks that this city neighborhood has to offer. This last spot started as a pop-up and became a brick and mortar right at the start of the pandemic and has continued to grow with the support of the community. Talat Market. After growing up in his parents' kitchen, Thai chef Pranav Sarvan partnered with his friend Rod Lassiter to create a Thai restaurant that challenges the perceptions of what Thai food could be without compromising. Start with their popular fruit salad or shrimp chips to snack on while you wait for your whole fried fish or soft shell crabs. And make sure to visit during happy hour for their specials on raw oysters and delicious cocktails. They're only open from 5 to 10 on Wednesday through Sundays, so make sure to plan your visit accordingly. For coffee, this 2-story light-filled space attached to a ramen restaurant serves specialty Japanese-inspired drinks and ever-changing creative pastries. Momo Cafe. Grab a black sesame latte or matcha soft serve and enjoy it in the mezzanine overlooking the bustling 7585 interstate or on their patio bar looking into the cafe and restaurant. Although some may consider donuts to be breakfast, I'm recommending this next spot for dessert, Sublime Donuts. This isn't your standard donut shop. With 2 locations in the city open 24 hours a day, Chef Kamal Grant creates unique flavor combinations and artistic presentation with his gourmet nuts. Donuts. They offer fun options like s'mores, Reese's peanut butter cups, and butter toffee. However, you shouldn't leave without trying their most popular, stuffed fresh strawberries and cream donut. So if you're out drinking for the night and you leave the bar looking for somewhere to get a box of 12 donuts to yourself, then I think we got a place for you. Let's move on over to the nightlife and bar scenes section of the video. Tucked into a dark corner of the Krog Street Market, this quirky, colonial-era inspired tavern opened by some of Atlanta's top cocktail geniuses, Ticonderoga Club. Open from 5 to 10, except for Sundays and Wednesdays, this one-of-a-kind watering hole has an ever-changing menu with a great variety of food and craft cocktails. From their minty rum house punch to their steak tartare, you'll be satisfied with any choice you make. Make a reservation or order to-go cocktails online for takeout. I also love a spot that takes care of their employees. Here, they add a 4% fee of all transactions to help cover health insurance for all employees. Isn't that nice? I think it's nice. I'm not sure about your church, but in Atlanta, church stays open till 3 a.m. This church-themed bar offers picnic-style eats, church organ karaoke, and weekly ping pong tournaments. And this name is, wow, okay. Sister Louisa's Church of the Living Room and Ping Pong Emporium. Okay. but most people just call it Church. Opened by former divinity student and artist Grant Henry, Church is named after his alter ego, Sister Louisa. This 2-story dive bar is decorated with faux religious pop art and even has choir robes to put on while singing karaoke. Grab a $2 PBR and nestle on the comfy couches by the ping pong tables upstairs to end your night out. Next on a list, we have a 1920s themed speakeasy that can only be accessed by dialing a secret code on a telephone inside an antique Red Phone Booth. Red Phone Booth, downtown Atlanta. Located in the iconic Daly's building in downtown Atlanta, they offer over 180 whiskeys, classic cocktail selections such as Sazerac and Old Fashions, as well as house-smoked cocktails served with fresh squeezed juice and hand-chipped ice. Also, step into the humidor to browse over 100 cigar selections. Strict measures are taken to keep the air quality of the space clean by bringing in 100% outdoor air. Fair warning, there is a dress code to abide by, so dress accordingly. This next stop offers fun and games. Literally, this nightlife spot is a distinguished bar and eatery with duck pin bowling and a gaming parlor that opened in 2017, the Painted Duck. Along with the bowling, there's also indoor deck shuffleboard, horseshoe pits, Belgian feather bowling, whatever that is, 2 full-service private karaoke rooms, and other unique competitive group gaming options. The food menu focuses on snacks and shareable small plates like fried spicy chicken skins and duck fat fries. As for drinks, they offer local beers, a wine menu, and signature cocktails such as the, no shock here, the Frosted Duck L'Orange. It's first come first serve for all bowling lanes and seating, so get there early or be prepared to wait. And lastly, with over 40 breweries and brew pubs in Metro Atlanta, the craft beer scene is starting to take a hold of the city. But the founders of this brewery were ahead of the game, opening this spot in 1997, Sweetwater Brewing Company. The indoor-outdoor microbrewery offers tours, live music, a dog-friendly patio, and a large food menu. As for the beer, try their most popular mainstay, 420 Extra Pale Ale, or a blueberry wheat ale aptly named Blue. They also offer every evolving seasonal and limited release beer options as well as hard seltzer. Come early on a good weather day and try to grab one of the best spots outside. And there you have it, a southern city to its core. From late night ping pong, to the hiking trails and paths, to the deep fried, well, anything. Atlanta is a well-rounded and diverse city that offers the perfect mix of adventure and relaxation that you look for when traveling.